Hi everyone, the South Union Township Sports Network would like to welcome you once again to another Laurel Highlands football game. Tonight's homecoming for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, and with the Atlantic Broadband Cable in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today via tape delay, we bring you the Laurel Highlands Mustangs as they take on the West Mifflin Titans. As we said, it is homecoming. So Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay with you. Welcome aboard for tonight's important section matchup. The South Union Township Sports Network is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring the Township Supervisors, Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and CUTV with our friend Gary Smith. It's homecoming, as we said, for the Mustangs, and we'll be back with homecoming activities after this. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
the young ladies for this year's homecoming court. Our first one is Autumn Buhite.
You're all girl band.
Our next attendant is Gwyneth Hamilton. Our next attendant is Hallie Jameson. Our next attendant is Kristen Marmol. Our next attendant is Melena Murray. Our next attendant is Carmen Orico. Our next attendant is Sierra Ritter. Our next attendant is Bailey Ron. And our final attendant is Macy Valley.
Please welcome the Laurel Highlands High School Mustang Marching Band, the LH Alumni Band, and all the cheerleaders. And once again, reminder to the West Mifflin fans, your section for your seating is the first two sections from the end zone as you go up the hill, the driveway from the school, and where the green
caboose is, the icy stand. That is your section over there. Your cheerleaders will be there. Your band will be in that end zone.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee-owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Would you please stand for the singing of our national anthem? The color guard tonight is comprised of cadets from the Laurel Highlands High School Air Force Junior ROTC. To honor our veterans, the cadets are also displaying a large American flag that has proudly flown over our country and was generously donated by the United Veterans of Fayette County. Singing the national anthem this evening is choir member Isabella Leonardo. And now would you join us as we honor America?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare the
you, Isabella.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the campus of Laurel Highlands Senior High School and Mustang Field. As tonight, the Mustangs of Laurel Highlands is hosting the West Mifflin Titans in a section football game. It is also homecoming for us all here at Laurel Highlands. We're welcoming back also at homecoming, as always, all our alumni. So alumni from whether you were last year or any of the last 50-plus years here at Laurel Highlands, we welcome you back home to Laurel Highlands. Ladies and gentlemen, we now direct your attention down to the 50-yard line as we are going to meet tonight's homecoming court. First of all, before we meet our young ladies that's vying for this year's homecoming queen, we would like to bring back last year's homecoming queen. The 2017 homecoming queen, Macy Miller. Macy is the daughter of Judd and Tom Miller, and she is being escorted by Richie Mehall, the son of Michelle and Rich Mehall. Welcome back, Macy and Rich. Our first attendant is Autumn Buhite. Autumn is the daughter of Derek and Becky Buhite. She's being escorted by Nick Vivario, son of George and Sue Vivario. Ladies and gentlemen, Autumn Buhite. Our next attendant is Reagan Krofchek. Reagan is the daughter of Barbie Koffler-Krofchek and Drew Krofchek. She's being escorted by Sean Sweeney. He is the son of Susie Flanagan and Kevin Sweeney. Ladies and gentlemen, Reagan Krofchek. Our next attendant is Gwyneth Hamilton. Gwyneth is the daughter of Sarah Lumley and Alec Hamilton, being escorted by Jacob Johnson. He is the son of Robin and Chuck Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, Gwyneth Hamilton. Our next attendant is Hallie Jameson. Hallie is the daughter of Robin and Trish Jameson. She's being escorted by Dylan Seaman. Dylan is the son of Doug and Teresa Seaman. Ladies and gentlemen, Hallie Jameson. Our next attendant is Kristen Marmol. Kristen is the daughter of Mark and Suzanne Marmol. She's being escorted by Eli Mitchell. Eli is the son of Jamie and Jason Mitchell. Ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Marmol. Our next attendant is Malena Murray. Malena is the daughter of Shelley and Terry Murray. She's being escorted by Aiden LaRose. He is the son of Gina and Anthony LaRose. Ladies and gentlemen, Malena Murray. Our next attendant is Carmen Orico. Carmen is the daughter of Natalie and Doug Kraus. She's being escorted by Simon Ferris Kuznar. He is the son of Lisa Ferris Kuznar. Ladies and gentlemen, Carmen Orico. Our next attendant is Sierra Ritter. Sierra is the daughter of Marcy Miscannon and Brock Ritter. She's being escorted by Michael Williams. Michael is the son of Christine and Daniel Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, Sierra Ritter. Our next attendant is Bailey Braun. Bailey is the daughter of Carolyn and Kevin Braun. She's being escorted by Zach Mansberry. Zach is the son of David and Lee Mansberry. Ladies and gentlemen, Bailey Braun. Our final attendant is Macy Vallick. Macy is the daughter of Jennifer and Amy Vallick. She's being escorted by Greg Hench. Greg is the son of Greg and Denise Hench. Ladies and gentlemen, Macy Vallick. Before we announce our queen, the homecoming court wants to thank the Laurel Valley Corvette Club for their time and generosity of driving the cars in tonight's event. This is the Laurel Valley Corvette Club's 28th year of driving the cars for us here at Laurel Highlands. So thank you very much to those men. Also, the homecoming crown for this year is being generously donated by the Queen's Choice at queenschoice.com, where they sell thousands of dresses in their stores. They're located in Morgantown, West Virginia. So thank you to Queen's Choice for the donation of tonight's crown. Crowning our queen this evening will be our principal, Mr. John Diamond. And now the moment we've been waiting for. The 2018 Homecoming Court and Homecoming Queen is Reagan Kravchuk. Reagan is the daughter of Barbie Koffler-Kravchuk and Drew Kravchuk. She's been escorted this evening by Sean Sweeney, the son of Susie Flanagan and Kevin Sweeney. One more time, a nice round of applause for our queen, Reagan Kravchuk.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the singing of our alma mater, Hail Laurel Highlands, by the Chamber Choir and Alumni Choir. Thank you, Flyers.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Christy Swain, we need you to report to your vehicle.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. The festivities for homecoming have been completed, and congratulations, Ricky. You know the homecoming queen, Miss Reagan Krofchak.
Reagan Krofchak. I know both of her parents, but congratulations to her.
Yeah, congratulations to the whole court as well. We're ready for the coin flip now. Shea DeSoe, Ryan Fike, and Connor Basinger for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs.
And the captains are on the field, ready for the
Titans.
Captains for West Mifflin.
Parker Parrish.
Ryan Johnson. Number 7,
Brian
Parrish Parker.
Johnson.
Number 14,
Zion Weems. And the quarterback, Matt Schuster.
Zion Weems.
All right, let's see what we have.
Is number 3, Connor Basinger. Number 4, Shea DeSoe. And number 12, Ryan Fike.
The referee is discussing what we had entails. The customary thing is for the visiting team to make the call. West Mifflin has made that call. They're talking to them about exactly what that result was. They're going to switch, and let's see what the result of that coin toss was. All right. West Mifflin has won the toss, and they will elect to receive.
Laurel Highlands will be going from left to right on your TV screen.
All right, and through your living room. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Mustang football on an absolutely gorgeous Friday night. Ricky, the weather has turned football now.
It's a perfect night for football. You got a little coolness in the air. There's no wind. The flag's hanging limp.
64 degrees at game time.
The crowd, the stands are packed with fans for homecoming. Beautiful homecoming court there.
There's nothing like a high school football game on a crisp Friday night, and when you have homecoming, you have the alumni in the band, you have the homecoming court. It's something that you have to really experience. Those folks that aren't in football states just don't get it. So. And
the 50-50 is bigger.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Kicking off for Laurel Highlands.
Back to receive is number 21, Larry Wilder, and number 7, Parker Parrish.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Parrish Parker.
Set the kickoff is Daniel Ezzy.
Parrish Parker. I got to get that
Parrish
right.
Parker,
Parrish
yes.
Parker.
All right, line drive kick, and it's going to drive Parker back to the 5-yard line, cuts up across the 15, and he's going to be hit there. Breaks a couple of tackles, finally wrestled down with a really nice play coming up to make the tackle for Laurel Highlands was Christian Burchick.
There's a perfect example of all the Mustangs staying in their lanes. He really didn't have anywhere to go, and it avoided him going on the outside. He just couldn't get out there.
He kept going to the sideline, and the more he went to the sideline, the more red jerseys he ran into. So, and a nice job there by Burchick to tie him up. So here we go, 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line for West Mifflin. Schuster under center. Parrish has the football off the right side. And across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. So they'll give him 7 on the play, make it 2nd down and 3.
Ball carrier, gain of about 8 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and
Parrish Parker on the carry.
2.
Brian Johnson checks in, and now we have a whistle because they forgot to bring the tee off of the field. All right, Schuster sets his team. I formation. Receiver coming far side to near side. Give it to Parker again. He's trying to get to the outside. Basinger has him. A host of Mustangs there. Daniel Yizzy on the play.
That was a good gang tackle.
Stopped by number 1, Daniel Izzy, and number 2, Tyler Christopher.
If they could get the Titans to punt here, this would be a great way to start the game.
Ball's being placed on the 30-yard line where it's a 1st and 10, West Mifflin.
Okay, that was enough for a first down, though. 1st and 10.
Schuster coming in from the sideline. We don't see that too much anymore, the quarterback coming over.
Yeah, to get the play. All right, nose of the football resting just on the 30-yard line now. Receivers to either side, straight I formation. Schuster to Parrish, trying to get to the outside. Gets there, across the 40, down to the 45, and finally run out of bounds on the far side of the field by Daniel Izzy and Connor Basinger.
Right at the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
20-yard run.
West Mifflin to the midfield line.
You know, that's a play Vince has been successful against Laurel Highlands for the last few games. Been by now, 4th game of the season, 5th game of the season, 5th?
There's film
6th game of the season. There's a lot of film, and there's a lot of tendencies that teams are going to be able to pick up on.
All right, nose of the football right on the 50-yard line, 1st and 10 for West Mifflin. This is their first possession of the game. Parker again trying to get to the outside. Looked like he was going to be wrapped up and was able to squirt ahead for 5 yards on the play. Looked like he was going to be wrapped up in the arms of Daniel Izzy, but he managed to make a little juke and get around him.
Well, John Sabatula, the big lineman, he had him in the backfield, and Parker ran around him, and Sabatula came back and made the tackle. He didn't give up on him. I think we're going to see a lot of Parrish Parker.
Do you think?
He's got 32 yards on 3 carries so far.
I formation, slot man and receiver to the near side. That receiver will go to the far side. That's Brian Johnson. And Schuster wants to throw, and he's going to be in trouble. He's going to elude a couple of tacklers. Flags on the play. All kind of laundry. Back to the line back to the original line of scrimmage, which was the 50-yard line. Chased by just about the entire Laurel Highlands team at one point or another. Let's see what the flags are. We got a face mask against Laurel Highlands. And that's the only call. So both flags were for that. So that'll be 15 yards.
Ball down to the 35-yard line.
Take the ball down to the 35. So what looked like a really good defensive play for Laurel Highlands. As Chester A. Riley used to say, what a revolting development this turns out to be.
Well, and that wasn't really necessary.
And of course it is.
It would have brought up an important down for West Mifflin. Instead, they're in Laurel Highlands territory.
1st and 10 from the Laurel Highlands 35-yard line. Parker with it again, gets to the outside, good running room again, down across the 30 before he's gang tackled at the, looked like the 26-yard line. And I'd give you a number for the tackle, but what I would say is just
a host of
Mustangs.
27-yard line.
The first guy leading the way was James Price.
Marking it on 26 where it's a 1st and 10. No correction, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, but Vince, that gang tackle came after 9 yards. It's 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. Everything on the ground. Receivers to either side, I formation for Schuster. Pitches it to Parker, coming to the near side. Now cuts it back, gets around a defender, and then it's going to be wrapped up at the 24-yard line.
It's only going to be a 3-yard gain, but that's going to be a first down.
Going to be good enough for a first down. Making a nice defensive play over there was Jacob Popson.
The 3-yard pickup was his shortest of the night of the first quarter.
He's got, what, 46 yards already?
44, yeah.
All right, 1st and 10 now from the Laurel Highlands 27-yard line, methodically and on the ground. West Mifflin moving the football.
It's a bad sign for Laurel Highlands when they keep moving the chains.
Yep. And the inside handoff is to Johnson. Johnson trying to make the turn. Cuts up at the 20-yard line. Now he's got to reverse his field. Gets around Shea DeSoe. Now hits the corner. Heading for the first down. There's a flag on the play. This is going to come back.
Into the end zone is number 1, Brian Johnson.
I think this one's going to be on Parrish.
Yep.
Parrish Parker. He has his hands up, shrugging like, who me?
Yep. There was a reason he was able to get all the way over there. They had him contained a couple of times. Let's see what they have. Personal foul. Oh.
Helmet to helmet. He leveled the Laurel Highlands linebacker. Kind of as on the replay, you'll see. I don't know if it was a blindside hit, but I don't think he saw
back to the 20.
Parrish Parker coming.
And again, you cannot lead with the head when you're going to make contact with the head. That's been a point of emphasis now as we begin to realize the dangers of that head-to-head contact and trying to eliminate as much as we can.
And on Jerry's replay, you can see the Laurel Highlands player get crushed. That's why he broke out.
That's exactly it. So they'll move it back to the 27 now. And they give it to the up back, and that will be Nevin Cardamone. Well, it was a pass. It was incomplete. So make it 2nd down and 12. So their first attempt to go to the air.
Laurel Highlands does not have to worry about Schuster running too much. He has 386 yards in 5 games, so he does run 70 yards a game.
Schuster on the delayed handoff to Parker Parrish, trying to get to the corner. Gets there and has the first down. It looks like he's in for a touchdown.
Into the end zone for the
Tiptoes along the sideline, and so Parrish Parker is in for the touchdown. So with 8:07 to go, West Mifflin breaks the tie, or breaks the seal on tonight's game. Jared Calvert to convert at the post to the left. It's going to come out of a Schuster hold.
The extra point for West Mifflin.
At the post to the left. Schuster puts it down, Calvert boots it up, and it is good. Straight through and good. With 8:07 to go, the teams will come back up the field. The score is West Mifflin 7 and Laurel Highlands nothing. We'll be back. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay with you.
Joshua Brown kicking off.
West Mifflin takes the opening kickoff, and they go 73 yards for the touchdown. All right, there's the kick. It will come up and be fielded by the up back coming to the near side. Has got some good room there is Daniel Izzy, and Izzy's across the 30 to the 32-yard line. And now we'll see, just like last week, where Laurel Highlands on their first possession is going to be asked to answer a touchdown by Greensburg. Last week it was Greensburg-Salem scoring first, and then the very next series they were able to come down, and Laurel Highlands was able to tie it up.
So you said 73 yards, Vince?
73 yards.
73 yards and 7 plays. Okay, of course, there was probably 50 yards worth of penalties on that series.
Mm-hmm. All right, Basinger will go from the empty set. This is a new look. Basinger will throw. Out to the corner, Ryan Fike has it. Fike turns the corner at the 40, breaks a tackle and stumbles ahead, and let's see where they're going to mark it. He's going to be out very close to a first down, out at the 48-yard line. They ran from an empty backfield with 4 receivers in the pattern, and we've not seen that all year.
West Mifflin. Ball's being placed.
So they'll give them enough for the first down at the 47-yard line of Laurel Highlands. All right, shade is so. Slot men on either side, 2 receivers to the near side. Motion man to the back. Dussault has the ball. Shea breaks the tackle across the 50 down to about the 48-yard line before he's brought down by a host of West Mifflin players. Leading the charge there for West Mifflin was Michael Silianoff.
Well, 1 yard of that was easy, that 4-yard pickup. But the last 3 yards was all Shea Dussault's power.
As he just kept moving his legs. All right. Man to the boundary, 2 slots. And the give is to Dussault, and he's got good running room. He's got the first down to the 40-yard line. And finally brought down over there.
Down to the 40-yard line.
My Jared Bevan.
9 powerful yards there.
Laurel Highlands.
So Mustangs 1st and 10 from the Titan 40-yard line.
You know, I've been watching this for at least 3 years, watching Connor Basinger run this offense, and I'm always amazed every single game at how smooth he is at this.
All right, Basinger this time again gives the ball to Dussault. He's going to be stacked up by a host of Titans at the point of attack there at the line of scrimmage. Leading the charge there was Zion Weems for West Mifflin.
Pick up 1 yard.
Second down and 9.
I want to welcome everybody that's listening to Davis and Davis bonus coverage on WMBS. Laurel Highlands has the ball, 2nd down and 9 from their own 30, or rather from the West Mifflin 39-yard line. Long count for Connor Basinger. Now he's going to throws over the middle, and the pass is going to be complete. Caught across the middle there by the inside slot man, and that is Robbie Slater. Slater has the first down again. And thanks for just joining us. 5:58 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 West Mifflin. West Mifflin took the opening kickoff and went 73 yards in 7 plays for the touchdown. And it was Parrish Parker going in from 27 yards out. Calvert's kick made it 7-0, but Laurel Highlands is trying to answer that now. They're down on the 25-yard line. So welcome everyone listening on WMBS and the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Night. There's a flag on the play and running out of bounds at the far side of the field.
Robbie Slater again for Laurel Highlands.
Slater on the run.
We got a penalty flag.
There's a flag on the play.
Holding against Laurel Highlands. We'll take the ball back now to the 33-yard line. Got a first down and 18.
right, here we go. First down and 18 now.
That was a costly penalty there.
Sure was. All right, 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Basinger will throw. Looks like they're trying to set up the screen. Looking for Slater. Then the ball is in and out of the hands of Zion Weems and incomplete.
That was a dangerous pass. He was on the run, and he was running to his right, which is better than his left, but...
It looked like they were setting up the screen, but there was nobody short.
Once that ball got tipped up, it went 20 feet in the air.
Yeah.
How Weems didn't catch it.
I think when it went up in the air, he couldn't find it.
Well, that was dramatic, although it just goes as an incomplete. Could have been
much worse. All right, 3 receivers. Basinger will run a quarterback draw, and that fools exactly nobody. And Basinger is going to lose 2 yards on the play. Wrapped up over there by
quarterback keeper
Cody Twigg.
And number 13, Durante Smedley.
Loss of 2 on the play. It's a third down now and 20.
Third down and 20, and you see the effects of that penalty right now.
Several weeks now, Connor has, well, he really didn't have a lot of time, but there are times when he just needs to get rid of the ball.
Dussault back at running back. Straight snap. Over the middle. Wide open and catching the ball is Ryan Fike, and he's going to be very close to a first down. He's going to have it where they mark it all the way down to the West Mifflin 15-yard line.
20-yard pitch and catch there for Connor and Ryan.
Connor's pass is complete to number 12 for Laurel Highlands, and it's Ryan Fike down to the 15-yard line, and that's a 1st and 10, Laurel Highlands.
So Laurel Highlands picks up a first down.
Ryan found a little seam there, and Connor did a nice job of just laying it in there between the linebackers and the defensive backs.
All right, Basinger gives it to Shea Dussault. Shea burrows his way down across the 10-yard line down to about the 9, I think. Let's see where they're going to mark it. They're going to mark it right on the 10-yard line. You know, it's interesting. Connor Basinger on the RPO has not kept the ball yet tonight.
From the 10.
Are they setting it up for later?
I think so. That's highly unusual that they've done this whole series and not one thing.
Well, they've run 5 passing plays and 5 running plays so far.
Basinger out in the flat to Robbie Slater, and Slater is going to be wrapped up at the 10-yard line. So that'll bring up a third down and 5.
I think he actually lost a yard there, Vince.
A loss of a yard on the play.
You don't have a negative passing play too many times, but...
Nope. All right, here we go. Third down and 5. Basinger will keep it. Basinger will throw. He's in trouble. He avoids the tackle. He's going to put the ball down across the 10 and down to about the 7. So
he's rated about the first down.
Jake Just now has a decision to make.
Number 25,
and that decision will be whether or not he wants to be a gambler and go for it here, or if he wants to put 3 on the board. 2:25 to go on a turning first quarter clock. 7-0. The Titans lead the Mustangs, and they're going to go for it. 4th down and 2. I formation, receiver to either side. Man in motion, and they encroach.
Connor got them to jump.
Hard count, and the man in motion coming from the near side, or from the far side to the near side, was Ryan Fike. That was enough to make West Mifflin a little jumpy, and they came into the neutral zone, and they pick up a first down the easy way.
Half the distance to the goal. They're on the
down to about
7-yard line.
But the most
3.5-yard line.
No, 3.5-yard line.
Yeah, the most important part of that, though, is the first down, because they were looking at a 4th down there. So now the whole playbook is open. Dussault. Basinger. Connor pitches it to the right side. We've got a Laurel Highlands touchdown. Ryan Fike.
Zone touchdown from Laurel Highlands, number 12, Ryan Fike.
That was very, very impressive right there. So Ryan Fike with a 3-yard pass from Connor Basinger. Actually, I think they're going to call that a pitch. So Izzy at the post to the right, and it is up and through and into the van.
Their support attempt is good, so 56 now left to go in our
Izzy ties it up, 1:56 to go in the first quarter. We're right back where we started. Mustangs 7, Titans 7. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands. An impressive play there. A nice little balance between run and pass for Laurel Highlands right now.
Well, obviously on the film they saw that there are holes in that West Mifflin defense, and Connor picked it apart.
All right. Izzy set to kick off. Line drive kick will come down and be fielded down on the far side by Parker. Parker coming to the near side, and he's going to get back to the 30-yard line. Another job there. A nice job of Laurel Highlands of filling their lanes. Coming up to lead the charge was John Sabatula.
Well, we still have a couple minutes left in the half, Vince, and Connor has 44 yards on the ground. I mean, in the air so far. So
and none on the ground.
Who? Connor? No, he has 5 yards and 3 carries on the ground. But those were scrambling plays.
Yeah, those were all
to get out of
right.
To get out of getting sacked.
But we haven't seen him run out of the RPO at all. I think they got to set that up because that's been such a staple all year for them. There's no way they abandon it. All right, Schuster under center. Pitches to the near side. Guess who's coming here? It's Parker Parrish. Tries to turn inside. Has the first down across the 40 and run out of downs at the near side by Fike and Basinger, but not before he picks up. Well, let's see where they're going to mark it. Yep, they'll mark it at the 40-yard line, so that will be a first down.
Ball's being placed to 39.
Actually, the 39, and that's all they needed for the first down.
It would have been a bigger gain, except that Connor Basinger used the sideline to force Parker back into the middle of the field, and then he got reinforcements.
All right, Schuster going to throw a home run ball down to the right. He's got a receiver there, and the pass is too far for Bryant Johnson and incomplete.
Schuster's pass intended for number 1, Bryant Johnson's incomplete. Second down.
Having the coverage over there was Chenille Thomas. So make it 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line of West Mifflin now. We are tied at 7, 1:36 to go in the first quarter.
Matt Schuster is 0 for 2 in the passing game so far, but that would have been a 7 points, Vince.
Right, yeah. I formation, 2 receivers to the top side. They give the ball to Parker, and Parker off the right side, of kind of a pedestrian game for him.
There's Parker.
So far, he's up to the 43-yard line. And his helmet came off, so that might be that's a break.
Stopped by number 4.
Parker has 82 yards on 8 carries, Vince. You can't have a guy have a 10 yards a carry average.
All right, he's coming out because by rule, when your helmet comes off during a play, you have to come out. And you just take a quick look at you, make sure that everything's okay.
3rd down and 6.
You know, Schuster does a lot of running, as you pointed out, Rick, going all the way to the sideline to get the play and then running all the way back to the huddle. Schuster, play action fake, wants to go. He's got Johnson over there, and the pass is incomplete again. A little too high at the 49-yard line.
Intended for number 1.
Not on this play. On the play before, Coach Jacob Just was giving an earful to Shea DeSoe. Not sure what was going on there, but DeSoe's on the side.
Yeah, he took him out of the game. All right, well, that's going to force the first West Mifflin punt of the night.
First punt of the night, period.
Yep, that's true.
For West Mifflin will be number 11, Jared Bevan.
Connor Basinger back along with Robbie Slater. That's Basinger to the near side, Slater to the far side. In punt formation is Jared Bevan.
Slater.
Bevan gets it. High kick. Slater calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 27-yard line. So that's where Laurel Highlands will put it in play when we come back. 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 7. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, Specialists in Digestive Health.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands, where the Mustangs have not only answered the touchdown, but now they made a big stop and have the ball again. Connor Basinger has the ball in his hands. 2 slot men, 2 receivers, Slater in motion, and that's going to be illegal procedure. He kind of stutter-stepped before he took off.
Illegal procedure against Laurel Highlands. They'll back them up 5 yards to the 23. Now make it a 1st and 15.
So 1st and 15. A little different look to the Laurel Highlands offense tonight, Rick.
Well, yeah, without Connor pulling the ball in himself, it does have a different look. Even
they're not running. They're showing some different sets than their usual RPO sets. All right, 2 slots. DeSoe the lone setback. Basinger again wants to throw. Throws over the middle and in and out of the hands.
That was Mondale. No, that was
Mondale Wilder.
Intercepted. It's incomplete.
It was right into his hands.
And that would have been a 7. That would have been a pick 6.
He could not have thrown that ball any better to him.
And on the replay, you'll see, I didn't see who was the intended receiver there.
Looked like Robbie Slater.
But they're obviously going to the air more. This is they've seen something in those films.
2nd down and 15. Basinger with a toss. Slater drops the ball. He's going to have to go back and dive on it all the way back at the 13-yard line.
That's Fike. Right, it's Ryan Fike.
Fike, yeah, I'm sorry, my mistake. Ryan Fike.
It was 2nd and 15. Now it's going to be 2nd and...
Well, it's going to be 3rd down.
3rd down and a country mile.
Now be a 3rd down and 25.
I think it's 3rd down and peaching to go here. And that's it. We've played the first quarter. The first chapter has been written in tonight's novel. So far, it's interesting. Could go either way. Mustangs 7, Titans 7. We'll be back. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands, set to begin the second quarter. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, Jerry DuPay with you here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Glad you could join us for this absolutely gorgeous evening. Laurel Highlands, as we begin the second quarter, has the ball third down and 25. They need to get to their own 38 for the first down. The ball's on the 13. Basinger will throw. Good protection over the middle. The pass is going to be complete out there. I believe that is Robbie Slater has the ball. And Slater has back to the original line of scrimmage. That will bring it now 4th down and 10. So Laurel Highlands will punt the ball away, but at least a nice big pickup there, able to maybe the punt can tilt the field a little bit.
Well, that'll put West Mifflin on their own side of the field, hopefully with a decent kick.
Brian Johnson and Parrish Parker. Parker to the near side, Johnson to the far side. Connor Basinger in punt formation. Basinger line drive kick forces Johnson back. He's going to let it hit. It takes a Laurel Highlands bounce, then bounces sideways, and it will be down at the...
That's a 40-yard punt, Vince.
Not bad. Not bad punt.
1st and 10.
1st and 10. Connor's kind of struggled on that a little bit this year.
Yeah,
but,
he's been inconsistent. But that was a beautiful punt.
He turned the ball over, which is what they say when the nose of the ball turns over in flight as it starts to come down. 11:07 to go now in the second quarter. So
Schuster's 0 for 3 in the passing game, and Parrish Parker seems to be their only offense right now for the West Mifflin Titans.
Parker in tailback, 2 receivers to the near side for Schuster. Schuster gives the ball to Parker. Parker is going to be stood up after a gain of 5, making the initial hit for Laurel Highlands.
That's a victory for Laurel Highlands, a 5-yard pickup for Parker.
Yeah, it was
stopped by the Mustangs.
The first guy to hit him was Gary Gardner, but then there's also a number 30 do you have a number 30 on your roster?
No, we have the same one. I don't have that.
Yeah, I don't have a number 30. He made the tackle. Our apologies. We'll see if we can get that for you during a break. Parker again. For about 3 out to the 38-yard line, wrestled to the ground over there.
Tanner Slavic.
By Laurel Highlands' Tanner Slavic.
Looks like a pickup of about 4.
So it'll be 3rd down and 1. This should be an interesting play right here.
4 yards on the play where he's stopped by number 51, Tanner Slavic.
Parrish Parker, that 4-yard pickup gives him 95 yards.
What do you think here? This is a nice chance maybe to try to go for a big one because you know that Parker's been picking up at least a yard a play.
His shortest one's 3.
All right, Parker has it. Parker has the first down. He's into the secondary, kicks in the turbos, and he is gone.
There's a flag on the
play. Well behind the play.
To the end zone, but we do have a penalty flag.
And it looks like Brian Johnson is putting his palms in the air.
Whatever he did, it was inconsequential because it was well after Parker was gone.
Looks like that's going to negate a 61-yard touchdown. The first down referees have not moved.
Let's see what we have.
I'm sure on the replay that Jerry will be able to pick that up, but it was behind the play.
They're picking the flag up.
It was 40 yards behind the play.
That's what they're doing. They're picking the flag up.
So they did count the touchdown. Parrish Parker for a 61-yard touchdown. And you thought they needed to go to the air, huh?
Well, no, I thought they might take a
chance.
Yeah.
Since Laurel Highlands was going to be stacking the box. They stacked the box and he still got
it. It still didn't matter.
And the extra point attempt is good, so 9:36 now left to go in the first half.
9:36 to go in the second quarter. The Titans have taken a 14-7 lead over Laurel Highlands. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network. Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Vince Gabozzi, Rick Frank, Jerry Dupay with you on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Back deep for Laurel Highlands, number 25.
I'm sorry, Vince, that 61-yard touchdown boosted Parrish Parker up to 156 yards in his half.
Not good. Now, if you remember, that penalty flag was actually against Laurel Highlands for a personal foul, so it was a hit in the face. So what happens is the kickoff now will be from the 45-yard line of Laurel Highlands. So
the 15-yard gets assessed on the kickoff.
Yeah, on the kickoff. So here's the kickoff, and what are you going to do? Just blast it through the end zone? It's a short end over end. Looks like it's going to be Basinger on the far side. He is hit and brought down. Rather, that's Izzy just across the 15-yard line. So that's where Laurel Highlands will put in play.
17-yard line where Laurel Highlands will begin 1st and 10.
Is going to have to stop shooting themselves in the foot with penalties.
Absolutely.
I don't keep the stats on penalties, but they probably have 40 or 50 yards in penalties.
All right, Basinger again. Dussault, the lone setback out of the pistol formation. Connor keeps it for the first time, picks his way through, but doesn't get a whole lot. Ran more laterally than forward. Forcing him inside was Delonte Smedley.
Looks like a 3-yard pickup for Connor.
Give him 3, make it 2nd down and 7 from the 19-yard line.
They mark it a 1-yard pickup, but you know, I said in the 6th game they have a lot of film. Gary, they've been running this offense for the last 3 or 4 years, so there's a lot of film, period.
Dussault is hit in the backfield and dropped, making initial contact up there for was Michael Silianoff.
17.
Back to the 17-yard line.
West Mifflin Titans. To the original line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 10.
Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Third down and 10.
Gives Connor 5 yards on 5 carries, Vince.
Basinger slips and comes down. The ball's loose. And it's going to be Basinger getting it at the 1-yard line. Holy mackerel.
Downing the ball at the 1-yard line for Laurel Highlands.
He took his eye off that snap.
Was lucky to get it because bearing down on the football with Michael Silianoff.
3rd down and 27.
Want to welcome everyone now listening, joining us on WMBS from the California Jefferson Morgan game. Right now it is 4th down and 27 for Laurel Highlands from their own 1-yard line. Connor Basinger is set to kick away. West Mifflin leads it 14-7. Parker Parrish has the ball at the 30-yard line, down to the 25, and brought down there. And he fumbles the ball. Looks like Parrish was able to get it back.
Ruled down.
Oh, they're saying
they're going to roll it down. They'll roll the ball down at the 27-yard line. So that's
being placed at the
tackle there by Christian Burchak.
So that was a big play. So.
Well, he had a tough punt there, Vince. His heels were almost on the back line, and he was punting out of his own end zone. Yeah, so that was about a 30-yard punt under duress.
And you're kicking to one of the best runners in the WPIAL, Parker Parrish.
Who has 156 yards in this half.
With a Parrish-Parker. And Parker has the ball again. Parker off the right side, has a lot of running room. Makes a little move across the 5, and Parker is in for his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Touchdown, West Mifflin.
He just had a 61-yarder, and now he has a 22-yard touchdown.
Almost working on a 200-yard half here.
3rd touchdown of the game.
So what do we say that run was, Rick?
22 yards.
Calvert on to attempt the extra point at the post to the right. With 7:11 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Attempting the extra points, number 18.
Calvert out of a Schuessler hole.
Calvert's been 2 for 2 so far.
Schuster puts it down. Calvert boots it up, and it is through and good. So that makes it 21-7 now in favor of the Titans of West Mifflin. We'll break. You're listening to the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night and Trib Live Radio, High School Radio, and you're watching the Mustangs on let's try this again. You're watching the Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Just sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahaloff, and White, your bankruptcy crew. Your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahaloff, and White, just give them a call.
Take for Laurel Highlands, number 25.
All right. Back at Laurel Highlands, Robbie Slater.
Joshua Brown
is deep to receive. Josh Brown will kick off now for the Titans, who have a 21-7 lead. Basically, it's Parker Parrish 21 and Laurel Highlands 7. Short kick will come up and be fielded on the near side. And that is Daniel Izzy with the ball. And Izzy is all the way out to the 43-yard line of Laurel Highlands. So the Mustangs will have pretty decent field position if they don't shoot themselves in the foot.
Well, right before we came on the air, there was
first and 10.
Connor Basinger had a negative 16-yard. I guess I had to put it down as a run, but the snap, he fumbled the snap and it went behind him from the shotgun, and that really is what pinned them back. So the Mustangs have a lot of penalties in the first half already, and they have to cut that out.
All right, Basinger gives the ball to Shea Dussault, and that play fooled exactly nobody. Coming up to lead that charge looked like that was Delonte Smedley. They'll give him the line of scrimmage, and that might be fortunate.
Pennsylvania gain, second down.
Well, they've really closed up those opportunities for Dussault. Most of their opportunities that they've been able to take advantage of are in the air.
They'll throw again. There's that little swing pass, and it's going to be too high for Ryan Fike and incomplete at the 40-yard line. That'll bring up a third down and 10.
The good thing about that, Vince, is it was forward by a fraction of a yard. If Ryan had run back a little bit, if he hadn't run as far forward, it would have been a fumble.
And that would not have been good.
Connor has 59 yards on 7 passes. He's 5 for 7.
Third down and 10 for Laurel Highlands at their own 43-yard line. Mustangs need to get something going. Basinger will throw, delayed blitz, throws over the middle, and he's got Slater for the first down. They've had a lot of luck with that, or a lot of success, I should say, not luck. They've had a lot of success with that pass over that seam on a 3-step drop.
43-yard line, and it's a first and 10.
So another first down for Laurel Highlands.
14 yards. Slater's their leading receiver with 62 yards.
All right. 3 receivers to the near side. They give it to Basinger, keeps it. Connor turns the corner, gets down to the 40-yard line. Going to be wrapped up down there by Nico Caramone.
Here's a stat we don't see very often, Vince. Here's Connor Basinger, 7 carries for negative 8 yards.
Second down and 8.
The biggest contributor to the Laurel Highlands offense has been the pass.
It has been.
Connor has 73 yards in the air and 62 of those to young Mr. Slater.
Which we have not seen passes like that all year. So another dimension to the Laurel Highlands offense we see tonight. Basinger again. Keeps the ball, pitches it to the near side. Slater has it this time, evades a man, down to the 30 and down to the 28-yard line before he finally goes down in the arms of
Robbie Slater.
Jared Bevan. Nice little move there.
Penalty flag.
12-yard run.
There's a flag on the play.
He slipped between the linebackers.
Looks like it's going to be against West Mifflin. Personal foul, grabbing the face mask.
Face mask against.
So that's good. That'll give Laurel Highlands 15 more yards.
15 yards being marked off against the Titans.
So that will move the ball all the way down to the West Mifflin.
Ball's being placed at the 14-yard
line.
Turns out to be a 27-yard play there because of the mistake.
All right. I formation again, receivers to either side, 2 slot men. Fike comes in motion, changes his mind. Shea Dussault gets the handoff, and he is going to be met by a team portrait of the front line of the West Mifflin Titans. Leading that charge is Rudy Faulkner.
Robbie Slater.
Well, one thing about West Mifflin, Vince, they've given up their average points allowed is 9 points a game. So they really stopped that run well.
They sure did. All right. Fike in motion, takes the long pitch on the sweep to the right side. Flag is down. It's going to be against Laurel Highlands. And Fike has no gain on the play. Dropped over there on the far side of the football field again by
Ryan Fite.
Nico Caramone. So let's check the penalty.
We don't see these stats very often, Vince. Fike 8 yards on the ground. He does have the touchdown. Dussault 19 yards and Connor -8.
Penalty be against Laurel Highlands.
So that'll move the football all the way back to...
Takes the ball back to the 27-yard line.
The 27-yard line. They need to get to the 5 for the first down. So second down and 19. Again, we talked about it.
23.
We talked about it several times, Rick, that again, you can't shoot yourself in the foot.
Laurel Highlands probably has 6 penalties for 70 yards so far in this
and
half.
they've all come at critical times. Second down and a long way. Basinger will throw. Basinger is going to be dropped at the 35-yard line.
Loss of 8.
Ethan Demko with a loss of 8. That'll bring up third down. I think they've got third down in downtown Uniontown to go now.
Well, I would say that typically Laurel Highlands, Connor would call his own number half of the time, and tonight he really hasn't. Any running that he's done has been scrambling out of the pass.
All right. Basinger will throw. Throws over the middle and too high. They were looking for Slater again down across the middle on that seam play. That pass is incomplete, so that will bring up a fourth down, and Laurel Highlands will be kicking the ball away, I would imagine. I don't know. Maybe not. They're not making any effort, so they must be going to go for it. 4th and 28. I'm kind of surprised.
Well, the receiver was overthrown, Vince, and the cornerback and the safety, number 11, Jared Bevan, and number 1, Brian Johnson, were looking at each other because that ball dropped right between them.
Absolutely. So they're going to go for it on 4th and 28 from the 32-yard line.
With 3 minutes to go in the half.
Basinger will throw. West Mifflin blitzes. Basinger rolls to the right. Going to put the football down, turn the corner, 30, and knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So that is where the West Mifflin Titans will put it in play.
Well, he picked up 5 on that, so that would be like a 5-yard punt.
Well, I think maybe they were looking to see maybe they could hit one. So now it's going to be up to the defense. 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go.
The first 3, Connor's been getting 13, 14, 15 yards a pass, so that was a decent gamble.
They just came on a corner blitz. There were too many guys coming on the defense, too many white shirts and not enough red shirts to block them all.
And the linebacker chasing down Connor at 51 was fast.
All right, coming to the far side is Parker. Turns the corner, evades a man, gets to the outside at the 50, and you can kiss him goodbye. Parrish Parker has a West Mifflin touchdown.
72 yards. He kind of picked his way through around the left side, and I thought the Laurel Highlands the Mustangs defense had stayed in their lanes, and they didn't. And then he downshifted and pushed the turbo button and just took off. I mean, he went from a really slow jog to warp speed.
He gave that little stutter step at the 50-yard line, then all of a sudden he was gone.
His third carry in a row, 3 touchdowns in a row. That one was 72 yards.
The only thing he left there was a vapor trail out of a Schuster hold. Calvert. Ball is down. Calvert kicks it up, and the pick is up and good. So with 2:57 to go in the first half, it's West Mifflin 28 and the Mustangs 7. You're listening to the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night and Triv Live High School Sports on WMBS, and you're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. from a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
And we are back at the Mustang Corral. Welcome everybody listening on WMBS on the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night. And those of you watching on the South Union Sports Network.
Robbie Slater.
Vince Capozzi, Jerry DuPay with you. 2:57 to go in the first half. West Mifflin has now opened a 28-7 lead. End over end, it will come to Dan Izzy again. Izzy across the 30 to the 35. Escapes the tackle, trying to turn the corner. Actually lost a couple of yards and is down at the 32-yard line. Brought down there by Jalen Dukes. So Laurel Highlands will put the ball in play there. They have 3 timeouts left.
Well, you'd have to look back on that, going for fourth and 27 in the Titans territory on their side of the field, and you'd have to look back at that as a bad decision. Although I'm not sure where would be a good position to put them on the field.
I was going to say, so he runs 81 instead of 71. I mean, the guy had just a lot of talent. All right, Basinger keeps the ball, turns the corner. No, he didn't. He fooled me. Wish he would have had it. He was into the secondary.
That's why he was in the secondary.
But instead, it was
Shea Dussault.
Shea Dussault with the ball.
He did pick up 3 yards on the carry. You know, Vince, on both sides of the ball, it almost doesn't seem to matter what position they're playing. West Mifflin is super fast. When that linebacker chased down Connor Basinger, I was amazed because Connor's fast.
Yes, he is. All right, motion man to the far side. They're going to try to run that pitch. Basinger will keep it. He'll turn upfield, pick up a couple of the yards across the 35, maybe out to the 37-yard line. Dropped over there
to Joe Stevens
by Joe Stevens.
Gain of about 3 yards on the play.
And looked like Nico Carnamone was in on the play.
Pick up a 4 for Connor.
3rd down and 5 for Laurel Highlands. 1:45 to go on a turning second quarter clock. Mustangs trail it by 21. And we've got a legal procedure. Too many guys moving at the same time.
No, it was against West Mifflin.
They got him to jump. All right.
I thought
that's the second time they did that by bringing Fike in motion near side, the far side.
I thought I'd seen somebody on the Laurel Highlands line jump, but
well, maybe they did, and it just wasn't noticed. All right, 1:27 turning clock. Basinger hands the ball off again, and for no gain. That time it's Robbie Slater.
No, that was number 28.
Christian
Burchek.
Oh, sorry, Burchek with the ball. Looked like a 25 there.
Laurel Highlands uniform's a little hard. They're going on quick counts now.
2nd and 9. Basinger drops the ball. Now he picks it up. He's going to run for his life, coming to the near side, looking to throw, and throws it well over the head of Tyler Christopher. And I think that was really by design. Once he got out of the pocket, he was in trouble running for his life. Christopher was not open, but he was in the vicinity where Connor could throw the ball away and not have a problem. We are under, that clock stops the clock with 1 minute to go. 3rd down and 9. Both teams with 3 timeouts.
You know, the second drive, Vince, Laurel Highlands was able to move the ball and then ended up scoring that touchdown by Fike. But since then, West Mifflin's been stingy. Ball's on the ground.
They've dropped the ball again. It's loose. Laurel Highlands will fall on it.
That was on the ground for a long time, too.
Basinger finally gets it back. Not really sure. They're having trouble tonight. We have not seen this problem
Basinger for Laurel Highlands.
at all for Laurel Highlands this year on the snap.
Ball's now back at the
We've seen them have some problems with the exchange, but they have not had a problem on the snap.
16.
That's 11 carries. That's for Connor, negative 14 yards. And Vince, this is going to be a blueprint for the rest of the teams that Laurel Highlands plays.
Absolutely. Parrish and Johnson are back.
Back for Westman.
Or rather, Parker and Johnson are back.
Johnson and number 7, Parrish Parker.
End over end, and it will be taken by Bryant Johnson. Johnson trying to come to the near side. Looks like he's got a seam. Laurel Highlands bottles that up, so he's going to go try it the other way. Now he's going to come back to the near side, still trying to pick his way, and he ran a long way for no yardage. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Nice pursuit. And that will be the end of the first half with the score. The Titans 28, the Mustangs 7. Going back to recap the first half. You're listening to the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Radio. And also you're watching the Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network. Halftime here at Laurel Highlands. West Mifflin leads at 28-7. We're going to take a look at the scoring right now. It started out with West Mifflin scoring on their first possession, 73 yards and 7 plays, and it was Parrish Parker taking it in from 27 yards out. Calvert's kick made it 7-0 with 8:07 to go. Laurel Highlands answered on their possession. Ryan Fike went in for 3 yards out on a sweep. The Izzy kick made it 7-7. Then in the second quarter, it became the Parrish Parker show. Parker with 3 consecutive touchdowns on 3 consecutive runs. The first one for 61 yards. Calvert's kick at 9:36 made it 14-7. The next time West Mifflin got the ball, Parker had a 22-yard run for a touchdown. Calvert's kick made it 21-7. And then Parker, with 2:57 to go, went 72 yards for a touchdown to make it, and Calvert's extra point made it 28-7 in favor of West Mifflin, and the stats bear out the score.
Yeah, Vince, it was definitely the Parrish Parker show. For West Mifflin, Matt Schuster, the quarterback, he was 0 for 3 for 0 yards passing. Parrish Parker was the only person to touch the ball on the ground. He had 13 carries, forget this, 250 yards.
In the first half. That's unbelievable. He's on pace for a 500-yard game if he stays in.
Yeah, well, he probably won't stay in, but you're right. For the Mustangs, the stats are not good at all. Connor Basinger, 6 for 9 for 73 yards in the air. And his leading target was Rob Slater. He had 5 catches for 62 yards. But the running numbers are flipped from what they normally are. This is like an alternate universe. Connor Basinger, 11 carries for negative 14 yards. Shea Dussault, 7 carries for 22 yards. And Ryan Fike, 5 carries for 8 yards, for a total of 17 yards on the ground. 73 yards on the air, 17 on the ground, for a total of 90 yards.
That pretty much tells you the story right there. It's just been, and there have been some costly penalties for Laurel Highlands at that time, and several fumbles on the snap from center.
The fumbles, the penalties, and the fact that West Mifflin was ready and absolutely shut down the running game for the Mustangs. Connor to have a negative yards rushing, I've not seen that in his career since I've been doing this, so yeah, that's very unusual.
I don't think anybody would have thought that in any game, but we'll have to see in the second half what Jake Just does, what adjustments they make, because they don't want to get this game in this season to run away from them a little bit. So it should be interesting to see if they go to the air more. But one of the things they've got to find an answer for is Parrish Parker.
Well, they're going to have to find an answer for Parker, and they're going to have to light some kind of a fire. They're going to have to change some things up at halftime on the offense, because that's 90 yards offense.
Is not going to win you many games.
They're going to get it done.
Not going to win you many games, especially when you got one person on the other team that's outgained you 2-1. So 28-7 is our score here at halftime in favor of West Mifflin. We'll be back with the second half kickoff. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Drs. Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI. specialists in digestive health.
Kicking off for West Mifflin will be number 52, Joshua Brown.
All right, we begin the second half. The kick is short, taken by an up man, and he's going to bring it across to pretty close to the 45-yard line. That looks like it was Dan Izzy.
Daniel Izzy, the ball carrier, stopped there by number 33.
Okay, Vince, let's see what kind of adjustments Coach just made at halftime.
Laurel Highlands.
All righty, then.
What's the magic potion, Vince?
We'll see what they've come up with. He's got something in his bag of tricks, I'm sure. Well, I can tell you one thing. Looks like Connor's in a deeper... Now he steps up into his normal spot. Notice the golden shoes that Connor Basinger is wearing. There's that pass over the middle to Robbie Slater. They've got a first down at the 39-yard line.
25.
His number one receiver for a 15-yard pickup.
To the 38-yard line.
Nevin Cardamone makes the tackle again.
You like saying that, don't you?
I do. I can say that one. It's got the right combination of letters and vowels for me. All right, 1st and 10 from the West Mifflin 38. Basinger again had to catch it off of one hop. He's going to try to heave it out there, and the pass is incomplete. He's looking for Ryan let's try this again. He's looking for Ryan Fike at the 25-yard line, and just
I think he threw it away.
Yeah, I think so. He had trouble with the snap. It came to him on a bounce.
And he was being chased down. The receiver was double covered, so Connor smartly threw it away.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think he ever intended to. Once he got out of the pocket, he was just looking for a place to safely get rid of that football. And now here's a run right into the line by Basinger, and that will pick up. Actually, I think he's lost the yard.
Here's the line of scrimmage, which it is 3rd down and 10.
So that'll make it 3rd down and 10, 11-11 on a turning third quarter clock. 28-7, the Titans lead the Mustangs. Vince Capozzi, Jerry Dupay, Rick Frank with you. Homecoming here at Laurel Highlands. Reagan Krofchek crowned as Laurel Highlands homecoming queen. All right. Basinger in trouble, going to try to heave it out, and again, the pass is too high for Dan Izzy.
Basinger's pass.
So that will bring up a 4th and 10 from the 40-yard line, and let's see what Jake Just does. He's down 28-7.
Connor running for his life to his left. Threw a dangerous pass across his body there, and it did drop where nobody could get it, but running left, throwing right is a dangerous situation.
Right.
They are going for it.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 10 from the West Mifflin 38-yard line. Basinger wants to throw. Corner fire. They pick it up. Sits in the pocket. Now steps up. Has room. Tucks it under. Trying to find the first down. Picks his way across the 30. And down to the 25. And I believe Connor Basinger has a first down.
13-yard gain there. Spun. One thing that he was able to do there, his line gave him a pocket that time. If on the replay, you'll be able to see that. They gave Connor a pocket, and they gave him a chance to look at his secondary receivers, and he didn't have anybody. So then he stepped up and then tucked it and ran.
Weems gets the first down at the 20. Or Weems gets the tackle, but it's not before they get a first down. Basinger gives the ball to the first man through. That is Shea Desault, and Desault gets good running room this time.
Shea Desault, the ball
Looks like
carrier.
He picked up about 4.
Yep.
To the 21.
Down to the 23-yard line.
5-yard gain.
2nd down and 4.
Well, if they're going to go to the air, Vince, the offensive line has to give him more time to find a receiver, because if they can't hold those blocks and he has to tuck it and run it, we've seen how fast those defensive linemen are.
They are. This is a very quick team. All right, Desault, the lone setback. Receivers to each boundary. Basinger will keep it. Turns upfield, and Connor is down to about the 16-yard line. Down there in the arms of my man, Nevin Cardamone.
And it is. It's a 1st and 10. Mustangs at the 16-yard line of West Mifflin.
And that actually, Vince, puts Connor Basinger with 14 carries into positive yardage for the first time tonight. 14 carries for 4 yards.
1st and 10.
On the 16.
9:12 to go on a turning clock. Fike in motion, now turns the other way. The pitch is coming to Robbie Slater, and he left it on the ground, and they lost this one.
Pitch out went to Robbie Slater.
It's going to be recovered on the play by Nico Cardamone. Ouch.
And recovered by...
And all season I've been complimenting Connor because his pitches have been so precise. He does a little underhand spiral, and the last couple pitches he's had haven't been as clean.
Well, they've been playing with fire with that. They've got every one that they fumbled. That's about their, I believe, the 5th fumble, but the first one they've lost. But this is costly because they were knocking on the door.
I just think that their defensive line is so fast and so athletic that Connor doesn't really have time for a play to develop.
Right.
Guess who this is?
Yeah.
Parrish Parker.
Well, the surprise is he only got 5 yards. Kind of a pedestrian gain for him.
Stop by number 25, Robbie Slater.
Slater comes in to make the stop.
Basinger.
Well, I think maybe the thought might be to get him tired out.
Make it 2nd and 5.
Kind of like a rope-a-dope type thing. If you remember Muhammad Ali.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure how many of our audience will remember that.
That's true. Who do you think was a better fighter, Muhammad Ali or Cassius Clay? All right, Parker again to the 35 or 33, and that's a 1st down for West Mifflin.
I don't know, Vince. I never saw them fight each other.
Stop by number 4, Shea DeSoto to the 30.
That would have been a heck of a fight.
1st and 10, West Mifflin.
Another 1st down for West Mifflin.
For those of you that aren't familiar, Cassius Clay and Muhammad Ali are the same person. We were talking about those older references earlier. All right. Parker again. Well, no, actually, this is somebody else. It is LaRonde Wilder.
LaRonde Wilder, the ball carrier.
Wilder out to the 38-yard line. Dare I say it, running wild.
Stop by number 76,
well,
Terry Gardner.
They were successful in wearing out Parrish Parker.
To the 40-yard line, 2nd down and 1.
2nd down and 1. All right. .747 on a turning clock. Parker is now out of the game. Bryant goes to the boundary. Bryant Johnson to the boundary on the far side. And this is the 2nd man through again, and this is LaRonde Wilder. And Wilder has good running room, 30, 25, and run out of bounds at the 21-yard line of Laurel Highlands. Robbie Slater.
Number 21, LaRonde Wilder.
39-yard run around the left side.
The 20-yard line where he is taken down finally out of bounds by number 25, Robbie Slater. 1st and 10, West Mifflin.
All right, so interchangeable parts there a little bit.
It looks like Parrish Parker, they're shutting him down for the night, and Wilder is going to be the featured back. Except no, the up man got the ball.
They gave the ball to the up man this time, and he's got good running room as well. He's down to about the 8-yard line, maybe the 7.
Flag on the late flag.
Very late flag. That was Zion Weems on the run. And let's see, they're discussing the penalty now. It's in the secondary, which doesn't bode well.
It was long after the play was down.
Maybe some extracurricular activity. Let's see what happens here. They still continue to talk about it. And we want to welcome everyone who was listening to the Jefferson Morgan, California game to our game here from WMBS. Just to update you, there's 6 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the third quarter. And it's West Mifflin 28 and Laurel Highlands 7. And they're debating a penalty. West Mifflin has the ball. It's a personal foul against West Mifflin. And so that'll be 15 yards. West Mifflin had been down at the 10-yard line. But that'll be 15 yards. That will bring it all the way back to the 25-yard line. And Rick, the story of this game has been Mr. Parrish Parker.
Yeah, Mr. Parker had a pretty productive first half. It looks like they've sat him down, but he had 250 yards in the first half. They didn't have any yards passing. 250 total yards for West Mifflin. Laurel Highlands 73 in the air and only 17 yards on the ground, 90 yards total offense. Really, you would think that the score might be more lopsided than 28-7.
Well, and Laurel Highlands was knocking on the door on the first possession of the second quarter, and they got down to the 20-yard line before they fumbled. And then West Mifflin took it over, and they had quite a few big runs.
Had big runs. Laurel Highlands had big penalties and no running game.
Parrish is back in the game. Parrish Parker returns. They give it inside, though. This is Bryant Johnson. Johnson turns the corner, fighting for room. Breaks the tackle and is down to about the 3-yard line.
Bryant Johnson
and he's down there on the far side of the orders of Dan Izzy. They're going to give him the 2-yard line. So that'll be first and goal from the 2.
First and goal, West Mifflin.
Kind of use Parker as a decoy there.
Well, Johnson's their leading receiver. He picked up 23 yards on the run that play. And it looks like they are going back to Parrish Parker.
Schuster sets his team. Fakes the handoff, gives it to the up man, and we've got a touchdown for the West Mifflin Titans. Into the end zone is Zion Weems for the touchdown. So that makes it 34-7, pending the point after touchdown, which will come from Calvert at the post to the right.
Number 22, Zion Weems for the touchdown.
Jared Calvert.
Attempting the extra point will be number 18, Jared Calvert.
Want to welcome everybody from joining us again from WMBS. The West Mifflin Titans have just scored. Jared Calvert's extra point is up and good. So that makes the score 34-7 in favor of West Mifflin. And Rick, let's catch the radio viewers up on where we're at right now, what happened so far in the second half. And basically, it was the tale of Mr. Parker and then also a fumble by Laurel Highlands.
for his life.
That's true. All right, so we're going to kick off Mustangs moving right to left through your living room on the radio as we see it, dressed in their home red uniforms with the red pants, the white helmets, and the blue and white numerals. And this is going to be Dan Izzy again trying to do something with it. He had trouble picking it up. And we'll come to the near side out to the 22-yard line. Is that Izzy or is that Slater? Couldn't tell. Nope, that was Izzy. Up to the 23. That's where the Mustangs are going to put it in play.
Wow. I said in the first half, every position, every player on West Mifflin is fast. I don't care if it's linemen or linebackers. There's just no time for runners to.
There's no time for. They close so fast. All right, Basinger, 3 receivers to the near side. They'll bring a man in motion to that side. They give the ball to the up man and fighting at Shea Deso, and Deso out across the 35-yard line should have enough for the first down.
That's his largest gain of the night, 11 yards. He only had 22 yards in the first half. And
that's been the biggest running play for them all night?
That is absolutely the largest running play. And Connor Basinger had an unremarkable, uncharacteristic negative 14 yards of rushing in the first half.
All right, Deso is the setback. 2 slot men, 2 receivers, 1 to each side for Connor Basinger on 1st and 10. Basinger gives the ball to Deso again, and Deso on the dive across the 40 and out to the 42-yard line. So that'll make it a 2nd down and 5.
Deso's going to hobble off the field here.
Looks like he's got a cramp.
2nd and 4.
So just as the Mustangs have a couple of productive runs, move the chains, Deso gets a cramp.
Mm-hmm. So let's see who replaced him back there. That was Chenille Thomas, and Thomas has a
close to a first
run,
down.
very close to the first down across
Laurel Highlands.
And it looks like he's going to be out. They're going to give him the 44-yard line. He needed the 45, so it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Those are the football resting just at the 45-yard line. Basinger will get the call, asking for the repeat of the sign to what play they want to run. 4:29 on a turning 3rd quarter clock here. 35-7, West Mifflin leads. Mustangs trying to do something about that. Basinger will throw. Out over the middle, into the flat, it's complete. And catching the ball over on the far side is going to be Tyler Christopher, and then he took a knee in the back. It was an inverted knee from Parrish Parker, but it was a knee right below where the chest, where the shoulder pads would end. Again, a clean play. It wasn't that Parker did anything that wasn't, that was dirty. It was just the way the play happened.
And unusual for Laurel Highlands, they came out throwing tonight, Vince. The run hasn't been very effective, and the pass has been somewhat effective.
When Connor has had time, he keeps the ball this time, makes the turn across the 50 and down to the West Mifflin 44-yard line. That should be good enough for a Laurel Highlands first down. Parker on the stop. But when he's had time, they've had some success, especially that slant over the middle to Slater. They've hit it a couple of key times for first downs.
They're talking, and
I don't see any flags on the play. Referee's coming over. Yep, it's going to be illegal shift against
Laurel Highlands.
Laurel Highlands, so that will negate the first down.
Back to their territory to the 47.
So it'll be at the 47-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Ouch.
Go from a first down to 2nd and 8.
Mm-hmm.
You got one. Hey, you got one.
Deso is back in the game. The lone setback. Basinger, a straight pass over the middle. He's got Ryan Fike. He's got a first down at the 42-yard line. Parker on the stop. That has been their bread and butter all night, Rick.
Connor Basinger, that's a 1st and 10, Laurel Highlands.
That same pattern, just either to the bottom side to Fike or to the top side to Slater.
Slater's been their big receiver tonight with 62 yards. That's Ryan Fike's first pass reception.
All right, they'll go again. 3:02, turning clock. Third quarter, Basinger to throw again. They're going to throw it again. Fike's got it again. Fike's got the first down.
Here's Ryan Fike once again down to the 28-yard line.
Wes Mifflin says he dropped it. Now the referees say he dropped it.
Incomplete.
He got smashed
Second down.
by Jared Bevan just as he caught the ball. It looked like he held on.
Bevan put a shoulder into him. That wasn't an illegal hit, but Brian really didn't have time to pull that ball in. Very good pass by Connor. Right in the hands.
That's just a case of a good defensive play right there. Arriving as soon as the ball arrived. That's a tough catch. Basinger to Dussault. Dussault fighting his way across the 35 and down to the 31. That is very close to, and it is a Laurel Highlands first down. So we're seeing some resolve from Laurel Highlands right now.
Laurel Highlands is moving the ball. It seems like the line is giving Connor a little bit more time. I'm not sure what adjustments they've made.
Basinger keeps it this time, and he's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage all the way back to the 35-yard line. He's down in the arms of Devontae Smedley then. So he'll lose. He lost 5 back to the 36-yard line.
Second down.
That is absolutely unbelievable. Now, you had told me that Connor Basinger was going to have negative yardage tonight on the ground. I would have thought I was in an alternate universe.
He's had 6 runs of negative yardage.
All right, they're going to send 2 receivers to the top side, actually in a slot man there. Basinger in the eye, wants to throw, in trouble, escapes one man, and is down at the 45-yard line of West Mifflin, so a loss of 9.
Back to about the 45-yard line.
So that'll make it
number 8.
Third down and 10.
What they did, Vince,
23.
They rushed 7 guys. I think all the linebackers blitzed, and looks like we have an injury on the field.
Yep, looks like we'll check the injury and step out. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. 35-7 West Mifflin leads, but the Mustangs are on the road. And we'll take a break. You're listening to the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night and the Trib Live High School Sports Network and WMBS. And also you're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Got a couple quick scores on the update on the stoppage. Franklin Regional 65.
All right, welcome back to
Bell Vernon 41, Greensburg Salem 14.
The Mustang Corral, a silent Mustang Corral. West Mifflin silenced the homecoming crowd early with a couple of touchdowns by Parrish Parker, 3 of them in a row in the second quarter. I formation again on third down and 24. Basinger going long. He's overthrown it, and it's intercepted. Brian Johnson has it on the far side across the 40 to the 50. Cuts upside. Basinger runs him out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So another costly turnover.
Hunter Basinger's pass is intercepted by
when they were knocking on the door.
Johnson, but we do have a penalty flag.
There's a flag on the play. Let's see where it is. Looks like it's going to be on the return. Let's see what we have.
Well, Connor really put a lot of air, too much air under that ball and tried to lead the receiver.
All right, illegal push in the back against West Mifflin on the return, so that will take the penalty all the way back to the 20 or the 18, inside the 15. They'll go back to the 14-yard line. That's where West Mifflin will put it in play, 1st and 10. But another promising scoring drive falls apart for Laurel Highlands.
1st and 10.
Seems to be the story of the night.
Well, they've been successful with an intermediate pass. They really hadn't connected on any of those long passes.
It's one of the few they've tried. They've been successful with their intermediate, but they got themselves in a 3rd and long again, and they're really long, and they got them in trouble. So the run is now for the up back, and that is number 22, Zion Weems. Weems has a yard, maybe 2. They'll give him 1 on the play. Make it 2nd down and 9. Knows the football resting just across or just shy of the 16-yard line. With 37 seconds to go on a turning 3rd quarter clock. Receivers to either side. Schuster gives it to Parrish Parker. And Parker, lots of running room, gets to the outside, gets a block. Slater has a chance and finally pushes him out of bounds on the far side. Or actually, it was Connor Basinger that ran him out of bounds.
1st and 10, Titans.
And welcome everybody who's listening again on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. So that's got to put him pretty close, over 300 now.
299 yards, actually.
I was close.
You were close. Hey, we want to say congratulations to Reagan Krofcheck, the homecoming queen for the Laurel Highlands senior class.
Good night for Rachel, a memory she'll have for the rest of her life.
Hey, and it was beautiful at Spirit Night up in the parking lot there. A bunch of good food.
Any halushka?
No halushka. They don't have halushka in the stadium anymore.
Number 22, Zion.
They give the ball to Zion Weems. Weems gets about 5 yards down to the 39-yard line of Laurel Highlands.
A lot of seniors on this team, Vince. I'm not sure what that means for next year for them, but they're playing a lot of seniors. Obviously,
2nd and 5.
Parrish Parker's productive.
7.6 seconds to go. So this will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. 35-7, the Titans lead the Mustangs. Schuster will throw for one of the fewer times. He's going for everything to Johnston, and in and out of Bryant Johnston's hands at the 22-yard line. The coverage over there was by Robbie Slater.
Great defense by Robbie Slater, waiting on that ball.
And interestingly enough, that is not the last play of the 3rd quarter because I did not expect them to pass the ball.
Yeah, Rob Slater timed it perfectly. Johnson went up for the ball, and without a good defensive play by Slater, he wouldn't have got a touchdown. He was close to the sideline, but he would have picked up the 1st down and kept the ball moving.
All right, 2nd back through. Ladone Wilder breaks a tackle. 20, 10, 15. Wilder is in for a touchdown.
Unbelievable. He was stopped. He had 4 guys stop him. He had the 1st down, and then
so what was it?
40-yard run.
Calvert to attempt the point after touchdown at the post to the right. will come out of a Schuster hold. Schuster at the post to the right, waiting the snap. Schuster puts it down, Calvert boots it up, and it is through and good. So that makes the score 42-7 at the end of the third quarter. We'll come back. You're listening to the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Night and the Triv Live High School Sports Network on WMBS, and you're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral on the South Union Township Sports Network. Expecting our friends from WMBS to join me here in a few seconds. And welcome to everyone listening on WMBS to Davis and Davis bonus coverage of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the West Mifflin Titans. 42-7, West Mifflin leads it as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Joshua Brown kicking off for West Mifflin.
Josh Brown will kick. I'm sorry.
No. I apologize. Go ahead.
Will come down, and Dan Izzy will have it again. Izzy catches it on the full tilt run and gets out to the 40-yard line where he is rudely dropped down on the play. Coming up to make a nice tackle was Israel Rose. So that's where they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 on the Laurel Highlands 39-yard line.
Well, here's another unfortunate statistic for Laurel Highlands. Wilder, their secondary running back, 3 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown. So he's working on a century. And I think we're going to be in alternative timing now, Vince.
No, not yet. Yes, it is, because the point differential is 35. So 11:32 on a turning clock.
Let's see who got stacked up.
That is going to be Chanel Thomas stacked up, or I'm sorry, Christian Burchek.
Robbie Slater, gain of a yard to the 40, 2nd and 9.
Barry Rosner said it was Robbie Slater. And Barry doesn't make many mistakes, but I trust Jerry's high in the sky beside us. So
next week, West Mifflin is at home against Greensburg-Salem, and Laurel Highlands next week is at Ringgold. So we're going to Ringgold next week.
Yep, and I'll be with you for that one. Basinger over the middle, the pass is intercepted. Jacob Davis has it. Davis running down the sideline, and he's finally going to be wrestled to the ground at the 25-yard line of Laurel Highlands. And making the stop for Laurel Highlands looked like it was Robbie Slater. So another turnover, and it gives West Mifflin
again. Robbie floated that ball a little high, and that was a pretty easy catch there for Davis. Hitting between the 2 and the 4.
All right, so West Mifflin with another chance with 10:13 to go. Again, the alternative timing. The clock will continue to run with the exception of timeouts and changes of possession and scores.
Looks like Parrish Parker is still in the game.
What do you have him for, 299?
299 yards. Trying to get him over 300?
Apparently so.
I didn't look on the PG site to see where Parker stood on the WPIAL, but go ahead, I'm sorry.
West Mifflin is going to call a timeout. We'll step out as well. 9:48 to go in the third quarter. 42-7. Titans lead the Mustangs. You're listening to the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Night on WMBS, the Trip Live High School Sports Network, and you're watching the Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Welcome back on the South Union Township Sports Network.
1st and 10 now for West Mifflin.
9:48 to go.
Looks like we have a new quarterback.
That would be Jalen Dukes. And they were missing the fullback. He ends up coming up. Then he forgot the play. He didn't know the play because he never made the huddle. Dukes has got to go around and turn it. And Dukes drops the ball. And there's flags on the play. And all kind of confusion.
Well, there's mass substitution now, Vince. All the second string.
Yep, and by that time, the penalty clock ran out. So it'd be delay of game, 15 yards. But... or 5 yards rather.
Up to the 31-yard line.
The fullback,
1st and 15.
Daquan Alston.
Well, one thing that West Mifflin does that adds an extra 50 yards per play for the quarterback is he runs to the sidelines. I've not really seen this very much. He runs to the sidelines for the play every single play.
Yeah, I've not seen that. All right, they're going to run an option. Turning it up the corner is Dukes, and Dukes will get to about the 35-yard line before Connor Brasinger brings him down.
Jalen Dukes.
That'll make it 2nd down and 10.
To the 26.
Dukes is out of the game now.
2nd and 10.
Oh, he just went over to get that. I keep forgetting. He goes all the way to the sideline. I have not seen this.
They're at the near hash mark, so that adds. You know what? He's 16 years old, so I don't feel bad for him. But it does burn up the play clock. Now it's at 10.
I do, because
and they're just getting set.
He makes me tired just watching him. He fumbles the ball. Now he picks it up, Dukes, and he tries to get forward, and there'll be a little scrum there. A host of Laurel Highlands folks in there on the stop. Caleb Gelbas, or rather Lorenzo McFadden in on the stop.
Advances a couple more yards down to the 24-yard line. 3rd down and 8.
A lot of second, third stringers in here, numbers that we are not familiar with. Now they're getting the play. Dukes isn't back to the huddle yet. There's 11 seconds left on the clock. I'm not really sure the strategy of this, but 7, 6, and they're running up to the line. They're sprinting to the line. Be surprised if there's not a movement penalty.
That's it. They run out of time again. Did they get the timeout? No, they didn't. So we've got delay of game again.
Delay of game against West Mifflin.
So that'll be another penalty. That'll move the ball back to the 30 or the 29-yard line of Laurel Highlands with 7:58 to go. I'm not sure about that. That doesn't make any sense to me that this is twice they've got delay of game calls.
Okay, they're going up to the line now. There's 13 seconds left and they're not set.
All right, Duke sets them again. Option to the near side. He's going to keep it himself. Turn upfield. breaks the tackle and gets down to about the Laurel Highlands 22-yard line. Host of LH folks there on the play. Connor Basinger led it, and we've got an injury on the near side. Grabbing his elbow is that number 30 that we don't have.
Ball carrier, stopped by the Mustangs, Connor Basinger. Also number 30 for Laurel Highlands.
Don't feel bad. Barry Rosner doesn't know who it is either, so. All right, 7:20 turning fourth quarter clock, 42-7. Vince Capozzi, Jerry Dupé, Rick Franks with you. They run a pitch to the outside to Toy Brown, and Brown is going to get absolutely nowhere.
Nice tackle by Slater.
Yeah, Slater with nice penetration there. And so the ball will go over on downs to Laurel Highlands. So a rare stop, I think only their second stop of the night for Laurel Highlands. For those of you listening on WMBS, wanted to give you a score update. The Pirates lead the Cincinnati Reds 5-2 at the end of 7. Buccos with a win tonight can finish at 500. An interesting point of tonight's game, Jung Ho Gung had a pinch hit single in the 6th inning. So that's your baseball update.
That's a long road back to the major leagues.
It's his first hit in the major leagues in almost 2 years. All right, Laurel Highlands with 6:42 to go. Basinger keeps the ball, picks his way. Connor's got a lot of room, and Connor is going to be all the way out to the 48-yard line. And if he had it, and then he fumbled the ball, but they say he's down.
We have a fumble.
If Connor had a breakaway jersey, he'd have been gone.
Rolled him down at the 49.
He was run down from the back by Jacob Davis, and I've said it a number of times tonight. It's just amazing how fast this West Mifflin team is from top to bottom.
We've seen Basinger in that position just outrun everybody to the end zone.
22-yard pickup. Again, now that puts him back into positive territory rushing.
Laurel Highlands will call a timeout. So will we. 6:02 to go in the game. 42-7. West Mifflin leads. You're listening to the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Line on WMBS. You're listening to the Trib 9 High School Sports Network, and you're watching the Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network. To get a pitch here to Robbie Slater. Slater's got good running room to the 40 and down to the 35-yard line.
Ryan Fike.
Actually, they'll say it was Fike on the carry. I could have sworn it was Slater, but Fike, they'll give the credit to Fike. He's got the first down.
To the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line of West Mifflin with 5:35 to go in the football game. Thank you very much, Nick. Welcome to the WMBS listeners. Laurel Highlands on the move. Connor Basinger gives the ball up ahead, and that is going to be carrying the football, Christian Burchick. And Burchick is going to be wrapped up maybe a yard on the play, so make it 2nd down and 9. Nose of the football resting just shy or right on of the 35-yard line.
2nd and 9.
So we'll see. Laurel Highlands has 3 timeouts. All right, Basinger sends a receiver to each side. Burchick is the lone setback. Fakes the Burchick. Connor Basinger keeps it down to the 30-yard line. They'll actually mark him at the 31, so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 5.
On that 22-yard run, that put him into positive territory. Now he's up to positive 22 yards on 20 carries.
3rd down and 4.
Unfortunately for Laurel Highlands, they got this going a little bit too late. They made some adjustments at halftime.
And we're going to see Trent Livingston coming in to replace Connor Basinger.
And Connor gets a tap on the head from George McClusick for giving everything on the field.
And it's going to be a quarterback keeper for Trent Livingston, the 5'11", 206-pound sophomore.
First down.
And he'll pick up a first down.
Mustangs.
3:48 to go. .335 to go, turning clock.
Slater comes into the game. Mike out.
Trent Livingston at quarterback. First time we've seen him.
And Shine Thomas is the lone... No, I'm sorry. That is Burchek in the backfield.
And Burchek's in the backfield. Livingston will keep it again. Livingston has good running room off to the left side across the 20 and down to the 17 before he is pushed back by Stephen Lenny
to the 18-yard line.
See, it's not Italian. I couldn't get that one.
Second and 4.
I just call him SLJ.
SLJ. We'll do that. That sounds good. .246 to go. Trying to see if Livingston can get them into the end zone. Gives the ball to Burchek, and Burchek has good running room, is down inside the 10, has the first down, and let's see where they're going to mark him. They're going to mark him on the 7.
That's an 11-yard pickup. That's his biggest gain of the night.
To the 7, first and goal.
.204 to go in the football game. Livingston will keep the ball. Fights his way down near the goal line. One more step. Oh, he was almost in.
Trent Livingston.
Livingston was almost in.
Second and goal.
He tried to lean forward, but those Titan defenders, they're so good at tackling. So good at, they're just so athletic.
And now we have another new quarterback coming in. That is Daniel Carney, the freshman, 5'8", 140 pounds. Carney on second and goal.
He gave it to Burchek.
And he gives it to Burchek, and Burchek is in for the Laurel Highlands touchdown.
Oh, the Carney one.
Correction, that's Carney. Daniel Carney did keep it himself. He's in for the touchdown.
That is number 18, Daniel Carney, on the touchdown.
So a thrill for the sophomore, or the freshman rather, to get a touchdown. And actually, I think the first time he's handled the ball in a varsity game. So he'll be able to tell the grandkids about that one. We'll leave out the score, but the first time I touched the ball. All right, so.
He's 1 for 1.
Some confusion as to what Laurel Highlands is going to do. Izzy's going to kick it at the post to the right, but Tro Mickens.
Points number 1, Daniel.
Why would there be confusion when you send your kicker out?
Well, I think the holder was, and Izzy misses it because they were in such a hurry. And as I said, they had a different holder. It was Tro Mickens there. He wasn't sure he was supposed to be in. So it looked like there was just a little bit of confusion there. So they'll come back up the field. We'll hold it right here, 42-13, since there's just 26 seconds left to go in the quarter. But at least the Mustangs get into the end zone.
It's been a long time between touchdowns.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at that. He's in at 26 seconds. Their last touchdown came at 5:56 of the first quarter.
Almost 3 quarters.
So we're just awaiting the kickoff, and then more than likely we'll just have one play left.
Kicking off Laurel Highlands, number 1, Daniel Izzy.
Mustangs will fall to 2-4 and 0-3 in the conference. West Mifflin improves to 3-0 in the conference and evens their record at 3-3. Next week, as Rick said, we'll be at Ringgold. High and end over end. And it's going to be fielded down there by Stephen Meyer. Or rather, I'm sorry, that is Stephen Meyer. Meyer picks his way through, coming to the near side. Has a lot of running room, and it looks like he's going to take it in for a touchdown. 40, 30, 20, 10, no flags. He's in.
He caught that on the 10-yard line, Vince. 90 yards.
Andre Spencer for the touchdown. How many yards did he take that? Was it 80?
90.
90 yards.
At the 10-yard line. I mean, it was a good kickoff. Just not good coverage.
Mm-hmm. So...
(48-13), waiting the extra point.
Calvert at the post to the left. He's got to have a tired leg tonight.
14 kicks.
Mm-hmm.
15.
All right, they're going to go for 2. Quarterback in the game now is Logan Guylis. And he just took the knee.
And the extra point attempt is no good. So we have 9 seconds left to go in our game. It's 48.
That's class right there.
9 seconds left.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. Again, we'll kick it. We'll keep it here in anticipation for the end of the game, because of the modified play rules. Actually, this could be the last play, depending on how long it takes. If Laurel Highlands would happen to run it back, it would be it. Let's see what happens.
Well, West Mifflin really did not need to run any pass plays, because they gained, let me see, 31, 16, 415 yards on the ground.
Absolutely. So they really didn't need a lot on the...
And I'll get the Mustang stats here in a second.
All right. End over end kick is going to go out of bounds. So that is in high school football. That is a 25-yard penalty from the point of the kick. So that should give the Mustangs the ball on their own 35-yard line with exactly 9 seconds to go.
Ball's being placed at the 35. It'll be 1st and 10 Laurel Highlands.
Daniel Carney remains at quarterback.
Giving him a couple snaps.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to keep his record perfect. He's got to score a touchdown here.
Mm-hmm. He keeps it. He's going nowhere. He ran right into Danny Robertson. Danny Robertson is 6'3", 225.
That is our ball game.
Carney is 5'8", 140. That was like a freight train hitting the Corvette right there. And that ends the game. The final score, 48-13, West Mifflin over the Mustangs. We'll be back to recap tonight's game. After this, you're listening to the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night. You're also listening to us on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and you're watching the Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
In any endeavor, experience is probably the most important factor, but it's got to be the right kind of experience. Experience in the community where the case is tried, where the jurors live, where the judges work. We've been doing this since 1976 at Davis and Davis. That's a long time.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. It's all over. All the chapters in this story have been written, and it looks like it was a very favorable night for the West Mifflin Titans as they win at 48-13 over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. And Rick, just kind of the same story as Laurel Highlands has been seeing the last couple of weeks. Just difficulty on defense, and then just stopping an opposing team's strength. And then self-destructing with some key penalties and turnovers on offense.
The Mustangs did slow down the Titans in the second half a little bit, but honestly, it seems to be the Mustangs are definitely not a comeback team, so they just can't let teams score.
Well, it's very difficult with the type of offense they run, which is geared to their talent. So, that's, as I said, I will not criticize the coach at all. But what happens is you get behind, you don't have that quick strike potential. So you can't get behind. Although one thing we did see tonight that maybe bodes kind of well going down is we saw some life in the Laurel Highlands passing game tonight that we haven't seen.
And it may be indicative of the West Mifflin defense. Mm-hmm. So they may... they obviously looked at some film and tried to capitalize on an area that they saw that they could work on, and they were relatively successful at it for a while. But also, there wasn't time for Connor to step back and be in the pocket. He never got to look at his primary receiver, let alone his secondary receivers.
But I thought that slant they threw over the middle could be something to tuck in their back pocket, is something that might be something that comes in handy for them going on down. The other thing is, too, as we've said all through this season, no matter what the score, Mustangs still continue to play hard, which again is another thing to evaluate coaching on, because the kids don't give up. And how about the excitement there with Daniel Carney, the freshman, scoring his first varsity touchdown and giving the crowd something to cheer about on the way out. So, but again, Parrish Parker was the story of tonight's game.
Yeah, the statistic. He just mowed over everybody, and Laurel Highlands didn't have an answer for him. 300-some yards
on the ground tonight, including a 71-yard touchdown run, or a 61-yard touchdown. No, he had a 61 and a 72-yard touchdown run. They also had a 90-yard kick return. So Parker broke the scoring in the first quarter with a 27-yard run. Calvert's kick made it 7-0 in favor of the Titans. Laurel Highlands answered when Ryan Fike went in from 3 yards out. The kick was good, and we ended the first quarter tied at 7, and then things kind of went downhill, as that's when Mr. Parker took things over. He went 61 yards for a touchdown at 9:36. Calvert's Cook made it 14-7. Parker then scored from 22 yards out. That made it 21-7. And then just for good measure, right before the end of the half, Parker went 72 yards to make it 28-7 going into the locker room. And then coming out of the locker room, LaDonne Wilder scored 2 touchdowns, one on a 40-yard run and one on a 3-yard run. The 40-yard run made it 42-0. And then, as we said, Carney took it over for 2 yards for the Laurel Highlands touchdown. And then on the very next to last play of the game, Andre Spencer returned the ensuing kickoff 90 yards for a touchdown. The Titans knelt for the extra point, and so that made the score 48-13 in favor of the Titans.
Well, statistically, there was 0 passing game for the Titans. Matt Schuster had 0 yards passing. Parrish Parker had 299 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns, including 3 in a row. 3 times he touched the ball. Wilder had 86 yards. Weems had 7, and Brian Johnson had 23. They had 415 yards of offense, all running. And for the Mustangs, it was a tough night. Connor had 106 yards, passing. He was 8 for 17, including 2 interceptions and a fumble. He had 22. He ended up with positive yards, 22 yards on the ground. Dussault ended up with 55 yards on the ground. The leading receiver out of the 106 yards, 60% of the yards went to Rob Slater. So for the Mustangs, 106 yards in the air, 134 on the ground for 240. So when you have that many yards, that many yards in penalties, that many turnovers, and that much of an ineffective running game, then it just leads to falling further and further behind.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened tonight. So West Mifflin improves to 3-3 overall, 2-0 in the Big 8 Conference. Laurel Highlands falls to 0-3 in the Big 8 Conference and 2-4 overall. Next week, the Titans will be home to host Greensburg-Salem, and we'll be on the road with the Mustangs next week at Ringgold to see if the Mustangs can kind of get themselves righted with a game against the Ringgold Rams, who have been kind of struggling this year. So that, my friends, tells you the story. Our final score tonight, West Mifflin 48 and Laurel Highlands 13. You've been listening to the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night and the Trib Live High School Sports Network on WNBS. And tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiff-Bauer, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, Gary Smith and the staff. For Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay, I'm Vince Capozzi. Once again, our final score, West Mifflin 48, Laurel Highlands 13. The preceding has been a South Union Township Sports Network production. Good night, everyone.